Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for June 26, 2013. It's currently 8:30 a.m. and it is already warm and humid out there with temperatures in the mid to upper 70s throughout much of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, and dew points already in the mid to upper 60s. That leads to a very sticky, humid air mass throughout the region. And today, once again, temperatures are going to rebound into the mid to upper 80s along the immediate coast, upper 80s to lower 90s in the New York City metropolitan area, and lower to mid 90s in the Philadelphia metropolitan area. And that means, once again, we have another heat wave in place based on definition from the National Weather Service. And so now we're up to our second or third heat wave of the summer season, depending on your location. In the Philadelphia metropolitan area, we're in our third. In the New York City metropolitan area, we are in our second. So, when is this heat and humidity going to break? Unfortunately, not for a while. Let's take a look at the latest surface map. And this is basically, all this green here is basically telling us we have a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. And you see these little kinks in the surface pattern here? This one, this one, this one. These are little mid and low level disturbances. And these disturbances are what will produce the potential for showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening hours. Unfortunately, this pattern is not going away anytime soon. In fact, the potential for showers and thunderstorms will increase significantly tomorrow and on Thursday and Friday. Looking at the latest radar, you could see one thunderstorm complex from last night collapsing. Now, we've got to watch this very carefully because the outflow boundary is going to move across southern Pennsylvania and could spawn more showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and tonight for the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. So here once again is our new trigger for this afternoon. And that's basically the entire setup for this pattern, is that we have a very hot, humid air mass in place with plenty of moisture. All we need now is a trigger to produce enough lifting to produce showers and thunderstorms. And those thunderstorms will be capable of producing very heavy downpours, frequent lightning, and wind gusts over 40 miles per hour, and even some small hail, depending on the severity of the storm. Now here is our infrared satellite picture, and you can see we have a high pressure system here, and this is mostly due to the rain cool air. Really the main high pressure system is out in the Atlantic, and we have a southwesterly flow as a result at almost all levels of the atmosphere. And we see all these disturbances lingering here. Now, we have a stationary front. This front is separating our polar Canadian air from our tropical air mass, and then we have another disturbance here. When we take a look at the water vapor satellite picture, this is pretty cool. Let me zoom in on this. Why am I zooming in on this? This right here, this upper level disturbance, is going to be a key factor in our forecast, because what's going to happen is that this upper level disturbance is going to shift a little bit closer to the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, enhance lifting, but keep us on the warm side of this trough. So temperatures may not be as warm. We're talking about mid to upper 80s over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, lower to mid 80s along the coast, because of the increased cloud cover and showers. Still remain very humid, and our potential for showers and thunderstorms increases significantly. So unfortunately, if you have outdoor plans for tomorrow afternoon and really for the rest of the week, unfortunately you're going to be dodging quite a bit of showers and thunderstorms, and some of those thunderstorms could be severe. Here is the latest European model guidance from the Penn State EWOL website. Again, for this evening, notice we have at the surface these little disturbances here. Here's that 500 millibar, should I say. Here's one disturbance, here's another. And we're starting to see a trough starting to carve itself out. We have a ridge over the Four Corners, and we have a ridge developing over the western Atlantic. And again, we have this weak trough over the eastern United States at the surface. So there's our showers and thunderstorms for this evening. For tomorrow, we start to see the evolution of our pattern really start to take shape. We have a trough setting up here in the Great Lakes, another ridge here in the western Atlantic, and a ridge here in the west. This trough, again, is keeping us on the warm side of this trough, is going to enhance the lifting. And notice at the mid-levels, we see more strong southwesterly winds in place. So what we should see is an increase in showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and evening in terms of coverage. And these showers and thunderstorms will be capable of producing very heavy downpours. So unfortunately, if you have plans for any outdoor activities tomorrow afternoon and evening, It is not going to be very pretty out there with plenty of showers and thunderstorms in your way. Same situation is going to set up again for Friday. Again, more showers and thunderstorms setting up over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. We have this trough hanging around. We have areas of low pressure, and see how the low pressure systems are kind of dotted all over here. This basically is telling me is that we have a very disorganized low pressure system with several disturbances rotating around, and as a result, showers and thunderstorms will remain a threat, with temperatures remaining warm above normal in the mid to upper 80s with high levels of humidity. Now, what starts to happen is a bit of a shift in the pattern for this weekend. On Saturday and Sunday, our western Atlantic ridge starts to build, and as it's building, this trough is going to retrograde back towards the Ohio River Valley. So there'll be a threat for showers and thunderstorms continuing, but they won't be as widespread. They'll be more isolated to widely scattered. Humidity is going to certainly be on the rise with plenty of moisture in the atmosphere, and temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, possibly touching 90 degrees once again in the Philadelphia metropolitan area. And that weather pattern pretty much locks in for the start of next week, with our Bermuda high really taking hold over the western Atlantic. Plenty of hot, humid air from the Gulf of Mexico surging northward into the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. And that means temperatures in the 80s, possibly touching 90 degrees. That means dew points in the 60s and 70s, and our lows are most likely going to range anywhere from 67 to 73 degrees. And that means it's going to be sticky, uncomfortable, and yes, still a threat for shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. You can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.